Hello all. In this video we are going to learn area and perimeter of square and rectangle. We all know that a square has four sides. 1, 2, 3 and 4. All the four sides are equal. In the case of rectangle also it has four sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. But there is a difference. In the case of rectangle, two sides are long and these two sides are long sides. Okay, and two sides are short. These two sides, 1, 2. These two sides are short. Now we call these longer sides, these two longer sides, as length. Okay, these shorter sides as width or breadth. Width or breadth. Okay, so let's revise the points. This is a square, this is rectangle. A square has four sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. Four sides. All the four sides are equal. In the case of rectangle, it has also four sides, but these two sides are longer, and these longer sides are called length, and these two sides are shorter. These two sides are called width or breadth of rectangle. Width or breadth of rectangle. Now let's define what is a perimeter. Perimeter means, or perimeter can be defined as total length of boundary. Length of boundary or total length of sides. This is the definition of perimeter. So total length of boundary means just add these four sides. Add length of these four sides to get perimeter of square. To get the perimeter of rectangle, firstly add two lengths and then add two breadth. Now let's learn the equations for perimeter of a square. So perimeter of a square, P is equal to 4 into length of one side. 4 into length of one side. This is the equation for finding perimeter of a square, because all the four sides are equal. That's why we are multiplying 4 into one side. Okay. Now here, for finding perimeter, you can see there are two lengths, 1, 2. So let's name it as 2 into L, 2 length, and you can see 2 breadth, 1, 2, 2 breadth. Now let's take 2 outside, that means 2 into L plus B. So this is the equation for finding perimeter of a rectangle. 2 into length plus breadth. Okay, because there are two lengths, 1 2, that's why we added 2 length plus 2 breadth, 1 2, 2 breadth. If we take 2 as common, 2 into L plus B. Okay, now let's define what is area. Area means total space inside the boundary. Inside the boundary, as you all know that this is boundary, this is boundary. So the space inside this boundary, these are the spaces inside the boundary, this is called the area of this square. Now in the case of rectangle, this is boundary. Okay, so this is boundary. Now space inside this boundary, these spaces inside this boundary is called area of this rectangle. Now let's learn the equation for area of square. For finding area of square, we have equation side into side. This is the equation for finding area of a square. In the case of rectangle, area is equal to length. Length means longest side. Length into breadth. Okay, so length into breadth, this is the equation for finding area of rectangle. Here you can see a question, find area and perimeter of a square with side 6 cm. Okay, here they are asking for finding area and perimeter of a square with the side 6 cm. So you can see this is a square. So we have one equation for finding perimeter of square. Perimeter of a square can be found from the equation 4 into length of one side. 4 into length of one side, that's equal to 4 into side means 6 cm. Length of one side is 6 cm. So 4 into 6 cm, that's equal to 4 into 6, 24 centimeter. Okay, now let's find the area. For finding area of square, we have equation area of a square is equal to side into side. This is the equation. So one side is 6 cm. So 6 cm into 6 cm. 6 into 6 is 36 centimeter into centimeter. Centimeter square. Here you can see in the case of units, if it is perimeter, unit will be same, centimeter, centimeter. If it is area, unit will be in terms of square units. If it is centimeter, the unit will be centimeter square. If it is meter, then the unit will be meter square. If it is millimeter, then the unit will be millimeter square. Okay. Here is the second question for you. Find area and perimeter of rectangle if length is 5 millimeter and breadth is 3 millimeter. So here we want to find area and perimeter of rectangle. So let's find perimeter of rectangle first. we have one equation for finding perimeter of rectangle, that is 2 into length plus breadth. Okay, here 2 into length means 5 millimeter and breadth means 3 millimeter. Okay, now let's add this. 2 into 5 plus 3, 8 millimeter. 5 mm plus 3 mm is equal to 8 mm. So 2 into 8. 2 into 8 is 16 millimeter. So this is the perimeter of this particular rectangle. You should remember one thing here while doing these calculations. You should add these two datas first. That is, inside the bracket you should do first 5 millimeter plus 3 millimeter, 8 millimeter. Now 2 into 6. 2 into 6, sorry, 2 into 8. 2 into 8 is 16 millimeter. Now let's find the area of rectangle. We have the equation we already learned, length into breadth. This is the equation for finding area of rectangle. So here length is 5 millimeter into breadth is 3 millimeter. So 5 into 3 is 15. Millimeter into millimeter means millimeter square. 5 into 3, 15. Millimeter into millimeter, millimeter square.